In Spain, we cannot find memories during this time because our country did not participate in the Second World War, a conflict that for the Franco regime was a risk factor. He could endanger his future since he did not have full popular confidence. The wounds of the war were open. There was repression in the country. The country was economically and psychologically exhausted. There were almost no infrastructures and communication routes. The army had no means. The Maquis, oppositions to the Franco regime, continued to operate in certain areas of the country, and despite the absolute power that Franco wielded, there was tension between the military Alfonsinos and Carlists, old and new Falangists, and conservatives. So, what happened in our country in the year 1936? Well, first, in January 7th, right-wing parties tried to summon the Permanent Commission of the Court, which looked after the compliance of the Constitution. But the President of the Republic, Niceto Alcalá Zamora, dissolved the parliament and announced elections for February 16th, because he didn't have the majority to govern at the moment. So finally, a month later, on February 16th, the presidential election takes place with the victory of the coalition of left-wing parties, called Frente Popular. After the elections, there were riots in numerous populations. There were also assaults to property and people related to religion. Because of the toughness, the state of alertness was declared on February 17th, and the state of war was declared on February 18th. Also, censorship was applied to the press. On February 19th started the first government of the Second Spanish Republic, which was governed by Manuel Azaña. On February 21st, the Permanent Council of the Spanish Court approved the project of amnesty, redacted by the government, which affected all political prisoners. Therefore, General Franco's decision as leader of the Central Major States of the Army was produced, and he was moved to Canary Island. Finally, we are in March, and the 14th of this month, Falange Española, which is an extreme right-wing party, was declared illegal after the Falangist attack towards Jiménez de Asua, who was the vice president of the court. A day later, on March 15th, José Antonio Primo de Rivera, the leader of the Falange Española, was imprisoned. The riots continued. A lot of churches were burned, and there were a lot of looting of church property. Also, a serious economic crisis detonated, and various communist speeches increased political polarization. Furthermore, the number of Falange's members grew and fast teams spread. On April 7th, the General Court dismissed the President Niceto Alcalá Zamora, which was replaced by Diego Barrio. The 14th of April, there was an attack in Madrid, the capital of Spain, and serious riots. Also, municipal elections were suspended. On May 10th, Manuel Azaña is chosen President of the Republic. And in June, the censorship complicated the publication of news about the incidents. Strikes and social tensions continued.
Well, and we start with the dense part of the year, with July. The 17th of July, the General Franco travels from Tenerife to Las Palmas, and there was an uprising in Canarias, and the army revolted against the Republic in Melilla. One day after, the 18th of July, the military insurrection against the government of the Republic went to the rest of Morocco, Canarias, and some point of Andalusia, like Seville, other parts of the country like Zaragoza and Valladolid, which added up to the military attack. At the same time, the workers received weapons in several points of the country, and Diego Martínez Barrio from Unión Republicana becomes president of the government. The 19th of July was a special day, because there were different uprisings in cities like Barcelona, but the National Bank was being beaten, and Godet, who was a national general, was imprisoned. In Madrid, a new government was created, government by José Giral, who was a leftist Republican, and became prime minister after the resignation of Diego Martínez Barrio. Due to this, the government decided to give weapons to syndical organizations and left-wing parties, and at the same time, it spontaneously unleashed a social revolution, known as the Spanish Social Revolution of 1936, with a property transfer bigger than in Russian Revolution. The 20th of July, in Madrid, an uprising is suffocated, and voluntary armies are created all over Spain. And from July 21st and July 24th, the Republic keeps winning. But in July 25th, France sent the first plane in order to help the Republic, and Nazis' aid is coming for nationals, and fascists will join later. And we move to August. The 6th of August, the General Franco arrives to Spain, from Marrakech to Seville, and the Republican band keeps fighting to win again national territory, which had been lost in the battle. The 10th of August, the Republican government closes religious institutions related to the Catholic Church, which supported national band in the battle. One day after, the 11th of August, the Nationals killed Blas Infante, father of Andalusia and creator of the flag and the anthem of Andalusia. The 12th of August, the World Council ordered to kill Manuel Godet and Fernando Burriel, who were two generals of the national band. Later, the 18th of August, Federico García Lorca, Grenadian poet, were shot by fascists. On the 23rd of August, Melquíades Álvarez, Manuel Rico, Fernando Primo de Rivera, José Martínez de Velasco y Escolar, y Julio Ruiz de Alda, with very important positions in the Blue Army, were killed in Madrid without a judgment. And to conclude with this month, the 25th of August, Antonov Ovsetsenko, Soviet consul, arrives to Barcelona. And then we move to September. The 4th of September, José Guirao resigned, and Francisco Largo Caballero, who was a lefty, formed the first world government, with Republicans, Socialists, and Communists. The 26th of September, due to the annulment of agrarian reform, lands were given back to the original proprietaries. And one day after, the 27th of September, rebel general José Enrique Valera wins in Toledo siege, but he and his men were caught. And to conclude with this month, we have the 28th of September, when Franco's troops took Toledo and helped Enrique Valera, and it was the president to his head of state appointment.
On October 3rd, Francisco Franco is designated head of state in the Francoist zones. On October 12th, the first Soviet aid for the Republic arrived. On November 6th, the Spanish government ran away to Valencia because the 8th of November, the Francoist troops attacked Madrid. José Antonio Primo de Rivera, creator of the Falange, is executed. On December 17th, the first Italian fascist age for the national came. The war continued until April 1st, 1939, with the national band victory. Then, General Franco became the head of state, and the Francoist dictatorship was established. This age finally ended in 1975 with Franco's death.